Welcome back, everybody. Today we're going to be replacing the front speakers on my Toyota Tacoma. So last week we went ahead and upgraded the speakers in the back. Today we're going to go ahead and upgrade the front speakers. I'm upgrading with Pioneer A series. The fronts are 6x9, the rears are 6.5. And with these speakers, they have a higher sensitivity rating, about 92, where most speakers have a sensitivity rating of about 88. So the first thing we'll go ahead and do is disconnect the negative battery terminal. All right, and now we got to remove this door panel. And to do that, first you got to remove this clip holding the mirror. And in my case, my little clips stayed in the molding of the door, so I'm going to go ahead and pop those back on real quick. This way, when we go to put this piece back on, it just snaps into place. There we go. Then you'll want to go ahead and get a dash removal set. In my case, I have a flathead screwdriver with some electrical tape wrapped around the edge. There's a little cover holding on a Phillips head screw here, and then there's a Phillips head screw here. Then there's another little clip here just underneath the mirror. You poke it, and then out it comes. And then here's your screw beyond the door handle, and then another screw down here. There might be a piece of felt covering this up. Mine got lost somewhere along the way, but you might have a piece of felt to remove. So we'll go ahead and start removing these screws. And then I'm just keeping all my hardware safe in a sandwich bag. All right, now we got to remove the power window switch. And this is where you want to be careful, because you don't want to scratch your dash. So I've seen guys take an index card. I have a piece of paper I'm going to use to just kind of pop this out. But the main thing is, take your time when doing this, because you don't want to rush and damage anything. There we go. So out comes the lock and window switches. Somewhere around here should be a oh, here we go. There we go. And then I'll show you real quick the wiring harnesses. So this right here goes to your power door lock. You just hit that little tab here and it pops out. And then this one goes to your power window switch. You just hit that little tab. You can also come at it with a flathead and it'll just pop right out. Then we'll just go ahead and start removing the door panel. You can just kind of reach your fingers back here and start pulling. And again, take your time, because there are clips in here and you don't want to damage any of them. off that comes. All right, and then back in here, you have your wires that hold the door on. You have your wires that hold the door on. I'll just go ahead and pop these out. And then off comes the door panel. So right here is the factory speaker. It's just held on by 4 10mm bolts. We'll just go ahead and unplug it. There we go. And then we'll go ahead and start removing it. And then you'll want to save these bolts because we're going to reuse them later. Ooh. That was not good on my part. That was not. There we go. Then out comes the factory speaker. Okay, so if you caught last week's video, same thing. Pioneer threw in a mounting bracket, but can't really use it. I do have another mounting bracket that works better. And also, if you caught the other video, I had to take a Dremel and trim some tabs off. This one is actually working a lot better. Like, it went in, it sits flush, 4 screws hold it in, we're good. Also, same thing. There's a little opening here, right here, for your wiring harness. So you just tuck your wires in and hook them up, just like that. And then your white wire is your connection, your black wire is your ground. Your connection is bigger than your ground, so you really can't put these on the wrong way. Now we'll go ahead and mount this onto the door. There we go. Then go ahead and put your bolts back in. All right. And then just tighten them up. And then I'm kind of going crisscross doing this. Oh, there I go again. There we go. And then just do one more on each bolt. There we go. And then the nice thing about this speaker is this is actually plug and play. So we'll go ahead and attach it. And now I'm going to go ahead and check this speaker, make sure it works. And then, unfortunately, same thing. I cannot demonstrate this on camera. So I'll be back with you in a minute. All right, and this works great. I went ahead and put some electrical tape here to kind of hold this wiring harness in place. This way, if I'm listening to a song or on the freeway or whatnot, it's not rattling around making noises it shouldn't be making. All right, and now we'll go ahead and get this door panel back on. And same thing, take your time. Don't try to rush anything because you don't want to break anything. We'll go ahead and start by putting the wires back in for the door handles. All right, then now that both my screws and my clip fell out of the sandwich bag, that was good. We'll just go ahead and pop this clip back into place. You just put it in, hit the center, it pops in. Then we'll go ahead and put the Phillips head back into the door. Go ahead and put this piece back in. Disconnect your battery terminal again if you haven't already to plug your switches back in. Pop that in place. Then take your mirror or your mirror cover, pop that in place. Now I'm going to go ahead and reconnect the battery terminal. I'm going to make sure my door locks and unlocks from here, and this should be done. All right, check your door. And then also, just make sure your door opens from the inside too. And then that pretty much wraps this project up. You guys have a blessed day. All right, Roxy, the speakers are done. Thank you, Roxy. You are most kind. Also, I invite you to come check out Jesus Bible Study. I take passages from the Bible and make them relevant to today's world. Link to this week's video will be in the description. If you like today's video, be sure to like and subscribe. You guys have a blessed day.